Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Miss Faye and this is my world. Today's topic is don't play his games. Don't play them. Don't play his games. Before we get started, I want to say welcome. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to all the new viewers, the new subscribers, and welcome to you who have been with me from the beginning. I really appreciate you. Now let's dive into this topic. I did get a letter, so let's read this letter and see what she says. I am 35 years old. I am from Belgium. My English is not my first language. May I ask you some advice about a situation with my ex? I moved in with him and we wanted to have a family. I have to say that I had some moments in the relationship where I sabotaged it a bit. We had in the past fights that ended up that I broke up with him 4 times. I have an anxious attachment style, but he has it too. Okay, so you're saying that you both have attachment style. So that means that you have a fear of abandonment. That's what an attachment is, a fear of being left alone or a fear of being alone. All right? He broke up with me 5 times where I had to pick up all my stuff at his place and move back to my studio 3 times already. Our last fight was about he was mad at me because I didn't help him direct with his dishwasher. Well, I see he's being petty and childish, and you all break up over stuff like this. Number one, it sounds like you're rushing the situation because you say that you moved in with him. Why? Why did you do that? Because you wanted to start a family? Well, were you planning on getting married after you have the family? Or well, when was that going to come into play? When were you going to require a firm commitment before you even talked about moving in or having a family? Okay, it doesn't seem like you even have a real commitment here. We both aren't lazy people, so I was confused about his reaction. And it came across to me that he did not value me at all for cleaning the whole house. I was starting to get mad. But then I went upstairs because this fight wasn't going anywhere. He came later upstairs, wanted to say sorry to me, but I didn't do anything wrong. I said a few times, let's drop this discussion and forget about it. A few times, but he went on about it. And then he said something familiar, like, I can't do this anymore. And I said, okay. And then he said, it's over. Okay. You and this fella have been going around in this merry-go-round, you say, for some time. 5 or 6 times you keep breaking up and making up because you both have a fear of being alone. So you stay in a toxic relationship rather than to be happy alone. Listen, you need to start loving yourself. Where you're all full of love. You don't need love from him or anybody else. This is how you find your happiness. Okay? Let's see what else you say. When it was only about 2 months ago when I bought all my stuff to his house to commit to him. Wait a minute. Ladies, why are you committing to him? Well, what's that about? You moved to his house to submit to him. That wasn't a commitment. That was submission. You see? You moved into his home, which means that he is in charge. He's in charge of your life as long as you are in his home. You didn't commit, you submitted. That is a difference. And to have a stable life together and to start a family next year. Well, wait a minute. Okay, let's look at this again. Ladies, so now you are in the role of the masculine energy. For instance, you're going out to find your own mate. You're going to commit to the mate. You're going to move in with the mate to start a family with the mate. But wait a minute, ladies. That's the masculine energy. That's what the masculine is supposed to do, not the feminine energy. You see, you are the flower in the garden. You wait for the gardener to come to pick you, to support you, to pick you out of the garden, to take you to his home, to support you, and to take care of you. You are the flower. You are not the gardener. Ladies, and I know, see, a lot of ladies started doing this because they figured that the men weren't doing it. So I'm going to do it. You see, if he doesn't have sense enough to come pick me, I'm going to pick him. And I'm going to make it work. And I'm going to start this family. And I'm going to do this. Ladies, that's the wrong attitude. You're just setting yourself up because you cannot change the man. You put yourselves in this type of situation and then you get angry because the man doesn't comply to your wishes. When you are the one who have submitted to him, he has not submitted to you about any or committed to you. Okay? You are sort of delusional when you think about it. Okay, let's see what else. Okay, so 2 months ago, you moved your stuff to his place. It was on a Friday. I supposed to have a new job close to his house. So you rearranged your whole life to be close to this man? You even changed jobs so you can have a job close to his home? That's a bad idea. 'Cause my house was an hour and 15 minutes away from him. That's why the new job. See, you have taken up the role of the masculine energy. So you are wanting him to be the female in the relationship? Since you've already stepped into your masculine role, you're looking for him to be the female? Okay, let's see. The next day after my work, he didn't try to make it up. He just went on about it and wanted me to say sorry that I didn't help him directly when he asked me with the dishwasher. He's still mad about the dishwasher? Maybe he is in his feminine energy. Okay, maybe he is. Again, I wanted to let this discussion rest, but he could not and said this was the last time I'm going to try. In the night, I could not sleep. I wanted to check if he was on Tinder. Is that where you met him? On a dating site. Tinder. Okay. So you get up to check Tinder to see if he's still on there with a fake account. 'Cause he did that last time when we broke up. And yes, he was again on Tinder. He never got off. He never got off. Okay? And I'm going to tell you, I don't know if he's a narcissist or not, but I tell you ladies that online dating sites are full of narcissists only looking for supply. Okay? Only looking for supply. So you have to be very careful. You know? So if you know that your boyfriend, you just 35, that your boyfriend is still out there online looking for more supply, that's a big red flag right there. In fact, it's so many red flags that you have ignored in here that your relationship doesn't have a chance anyway. It's not on a strong foundation. It really is not. You've broken up so many times and you keep going back. Keep going back and getting the same issues over and over again. You're like a hamster on a wheel, just going around and around and around. And as long as you accept him, you will be on that wheel. It will never get any better and it will never end. All right? And if you don't heal yourself, the next person that you meet will be just like him and take you right back on that cycle again. You got to love yourself. You can't play into the games that the men play. All right? Now, he probably invited you to move in with him. But ladies, if a man invites you to move into his place, you got to think about that. Why? Why would you do that? Do you know why he's inviting you? If you don't know, I'm going to tell you. For sex, whenever he wants it, but for you to cook and clean and take care of him like his mother would. Okay? Take care of him like his mother would, which means he's not going to take care of you. He's looking for you to take care of him. That's why a man invites you to move in with him, other than the fact he may ask you to pay. Why are you there? Why are you doing all those things for him? He may ask you for half the rent or mortgage or whatever. But ladies, you got to know your own value. If you fall into something like that, you know, men will use you if you allow it. But you need to value yourself and to know that you have value. Okay, I wanted to say something about you going on Tinder and finding he was still on there. One of my relationships I did meet online. That's why I can speak about online dating, because I've been there, done that. I know what's going on online dating, and it's not just one. I ventured a few sites, so I know pretty much what happens on these sites. Now, I met a man there, and I thought he was a decent man or whatever, and we dated for a little bit, and I happened to go back on the site just to see if he had taken it down, and he had not. It was still there. So, what did I do? I left him. Why would I be with a man if he's still out there looking? Why is he still looking? Now, I made a lot of mistakes with the man. For number one, I gave in to sex with the man way too early. Don't do that. Don't meet these people online and have sex, because a number of them, that's all they want anyway. They have sex with you, but they're continuing to look for other supply all the time. Okay, so if you meet somebody online, 9 times out of 10, he meets a lot of people online, and he's not about to take down his profile just because he meets you, because you are not the only one that he has met. Okay, or the only one that he is looking to meet. He's looking online. And you don't want to be in that. You don't want to be a part of that meat market. Okay? All right. Okay, so after you found out and saw him on Tinder, it was hurting me so much. After this, I was out of his house the same day. All right. So you grabbed your stuff and left after you saw that. You should have stayed gone. He said he wanted to be friends. He said he wanted me back. I had the last stuff at his house to pick up. And I asked him, how do you see this happening, going back together? He said, you live at your place and I live at mine. Then I moved at his place a half a year later. Wait a minute. This is a little... Well, wait a minute. Let's see what you did here. Okay. So, after you saw him on Tinder, you packed up your things and left his house that day. He said he wanted to be friends and he wanted you back. What he meant there, he wanted you to be friends with benefits. That's what he's saying to you. Okay? You live at your place and he'll live at his place. But then you move back to his place a year and a half later. We're supposed to be 1 year together. But we didn't make it 4 days before he broke up for something stupid. And he said sorry. Said he was wrong, but wanted to live separate. That hurts me. There was no commitment and no effort. So I said to him, let's break up completely then. But I hope you held true to that. But you keep breaking up, making up, breaking up. That's a waste of time. And it's toxic. It's keeping you in a low vibration. You'll never find true happiness as long as you're on this hamster wheel. I put so much energy in this. And now we go a step back and it felt as a rejection. We didn't speak for 3 days. I came to his house to get my stuff back. And he looked like a mess and looked sad. He tried to win me back. But I could not, cause I want commitment again after my last effort I put in this relationship. You want commitment again? When did you have it the first time? Well, when did you have a commitment from this man? You never had it. You dreamed it up. You had it in your mind that you was committed because you was the only one that was committed. He wasn't. He never committed to you. Period. But you never would face it. You thought that you had the power to make this relationship work and to make him commit to you. But you don't. You can't change other people. If he wanted to commit to you, he would have committed to you long time ago. This is a dead end. You ought to be able to see that. He said that he still loved me. Well, you know, men say that, but what does it mean? He never showed you love. That means he doesn't love you. When I was at my place with all my stuff, he emailed me because I blocked him on WhatsApp and said, what are we doing suffering alone? Let's talk and see how we feel. And we still love each other. When he asked me when to meet, I said tomorrow. And he said that he was planning to take care of his garden because then was the last day of beautiful weather. Otherwise, I could come to the city for him. It's a 30-minute drive. And for me again, it's an hour. This is funny. This man is still playing games with you. Every time you talk, communicate with him, period. He's still playing the game. All he wants from you is sex. He doesn't want you to live with him. He wants to be free to date who he wants to date. He's not willing to commit. He's not looking for a commitment. Not with you. And once you come to that conclusion, you can save yourself a lot of heartbreak. A lot of heartbreak. I just saw no effort in him to drive. His place is more than an hour. He didn't say anything about Sunday. The weekend, he always saved for me, and now not anymore. After all, my effort coming to his place all the time didn't want to make an effort to see me in a city near my place because he's not that interested in you. Now, he'll be with you if you're there. If you make yourself convenient for him, he'll be with you under those circumstances, but he's not going to inconvenience himself to be with you. He's not interested in you like that. After all my effort coming to his place all the time, he didn't want to make an effort to see me. And today and tomorrow is a rainy day, so I felt that he did not value me at all anymore. He probably never valued you in the first place because, see, you went into this situation doing everything. You're the one picked up yourself and moved in with him. When you went in with him, I'm sure you did everything. Everything for him that you could think of doing to make him happy. That's what you did. Okay? This one time with the dishwasher, that was petty. He probably argued with you about that because he wanted you out. I don't know if he invited you to move in with him or if you just slowly moved in. Sometimes you can be with these people and they'll slowly move in on you. It's not that you say, why don't you move in? Or say, oh, can I move in? All of a sudden they moved in. This happened, and maybe this happened in this situation, which means that he never wanted you there in the first place. Okay? I didn't write anything back anymore. I thought every time I give him a chance, he disappoints me. You call yourself giving him a chance. He calls himself getting rid of you. He's not trying to get back with you. Although he says, let's get back together. I still love you, things like that. That's only about sex. He'll have sex with you if you make yourself convenient for him. If not, he can have sex with somebody that's close to him. You don't mean that much to him. Okay? And once you get that through your head and start healing, you will be a better and happier person. My heart is dying right now. I miss him so much. I really wanted to have a family with him. Because even we are hurt by past traumas. We connected on a deep level. Can you please help me? Okay. I'm trying. I hope what I'm saying to you can be of some help to you. You were living kind of in a fantasy. I don't think this man ever really cared about you like that. But you cared for him so much with your rose-colored glasses on until you couldn't see that he really did not love you. He never did. He never did. And even from the beginning, you say that you picked up and moved in with him. I'll ask you, did he invite you to move in? Or did you just appear after you start having sex? Then you see, people do that. They just inch in, and before you know it, they living there. And now you're wondering, how you get in my house like this? I don't want you in here. Okay. So you kept having these fights. And he may have been fighting with you to get you to leave. To get you to say, I'm gone. This is it. It's over. You see? But you keep coming back. You keep bouncing back. You're the one that won't let it go. I don't see it being him. You're the one that has an attachment issue, and it's rooted in your fear of abandonment. You need to work on that because you're headed for a miserable life as long as you carry around this fear. You should not live your life. Your happiness should not depend on another person. because you'll always be disappointed. Your happiness is inside of you. And I encourage you to seek your own happiness. Seek it. And once you find your happiness, then people outside of you can't hurt you because you're happy already. But as long as you're looking for happiness in other people, you're setting yourself up for disappointment. And men play all kind of games with you and telling you, I love you, I want you back. It's a game. It's a game, ladies. Because think about it, if he really loved you and wanted you back, he would bend over backwards to get you back. He wouldn't come up with any kind of excuses about why he can't get to you. He can't see you right now. He can see you next week. And you will not question. You will not have any questions about a man who is really serious about you. He'll make sure you don't have any questions. Okay? So, I hope that this helps you, and I hope that you understand. Now, those of you who have questions that you would like for me to answer, the link, my email address is in the description. And also, those of you who are looking for your affirmation and exercise for today, also the link is in the description. I want to thank you so much for your comments, your letters, and a special thank you for those who leave a donation. I really appreciate all of you. I wish you all the very best, and I really hope to see you next time.